Every episode on Celebrity Encounters Podcast, we interview real people just like you sharing their own personal celebrity encounters. And with a little storytelling help from us and a few surprises from here in Las Vegas, this is Celebrity Encounters Podcast.
Why, hello.
Hi.
Fancy seeing you here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah, if you don't know where you are, this is the Celebrity Encounters Podcast. I'm John Rodolini.
I'm Hailey Brooks.
And today we are joined by our new friend, Penny. Penny, how you doing?
Penny Wiggins! Woohoo!
What's going on, Penny? Where are you today?
I'm in my house and just chillaxing on a lovely Sunday day.
Well, happy Sunday and happy whatever day it is to you, whenever and wherever you're watching this lovely broadcast.
That's right.
So, Penny, you are on the Celebrity Encounters Podcast, which means you have a celebrity encounter. Yeah, who?
Who?
Whom?
Who?
Are you now?
To whom with?
I had a celebrity encounter with Sherri Shepherd, and if you don't know who she is, she was on The View for many years. Mm-hmm. She also now has her own talk show. She was on Suddenly Susan. Does anyone know who the lead actress of that was? Nobody?
Susan.
You guys, seriously. Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields.
Was
We love Brooke Shields.
Seen her naked.
Come again.
and,
Don't you know? We've all seen Brooke Shields naked.
Well, I did actually have an encounter with Brooke Shields. Only slight one. She was at Sherri Shepherd's wedding.
Was she naked as per
Were you
Hailey's...
at Sherri Shepherd's wedding?
I indeed was. Yes.
What? Okay.
But let's reverse, go backwards.
Yeah, back
Put
it
that
up.
thing down, flip it, and reverse
That's
it.
right. Put it in reverse, Terry.
Terry! Sherri!
Sherri.
Shepherd. Phoebe and I were very good friends at one point because we did stand-up comedy together everywhere.
Wow.
All the open mics. We were always going to open mics. She didn't have a car. Her car broke down. She never had a car. She never had money. She never had transportation. And I was always dropping her off somewhere, finding her. And we competed in comedy there was a gay club in West Hollywood called Rage. And it's packed in about 500 people, mostly gay men. But they loved women comics, loved them. So the grand prize was $500. So if you won that night, you got 100. Then you wait 5 weeks, come back, then win 500. So Sherri Shepherd and I were always one time she would win, next time I would win, because I did Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, and they love the Dorothy.
You brilliant.
And then I did Spanish soap opera, as you've seen, and they went crazy for the Spanish soap opera in West Hollywood. But Sherri Shepherd had her own. She was just so hysterical, very funny. And from there, I saw her get a show, get money. She bought a house. And I went to her house a couple of times. She got married to a jerk. A guy.
Don't they all?
And she got pregnant, but I went to her wedding, which is where I met Brooke Shields. And then she took off. She just took off. And that was the end of our friendship after that, which is what happened. No, and then I moved to Vegas. So then I didn't see her anymore. But that is my Sherri Shepherd. One of the funniest comics I have ever met in my life. One of the funniest. Aside from Hailey.
Totally, Penny. That's crazy. What was Sherri? Hold it up again. I couldn't see what that was. What was Sherri like to have with?
Hang.
What was Sherri like to hang out with?
Very funny, but always, it was always like, I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill. I don't know how I'm going to pay that bill. I mean, she put that all in her act too, but that really was her life, really, really challenging. But she was a survivor, and that's what I loved about her. She was through and through comic, 100% comic, 100% doing everything a comic should be doing, writing new stuff constantly. Mm-hmm. Like, wow. She was on. Then she started getting TV shows, and she was in a couple shows I produced. I used to produce an all-female comedy show. and she just would rip the room apart. So we just always had her headlining the show. And then she but she was a really honest person. She always said what was on her mind right then and there. She didn't hold any punches. And that's what was great. That's why I think made her such a great comic, is that she was so honest and in your face.
That's great.
I love that. Oh, I love that so much.
The show she does now,
Sherry.
she does her own talk show.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
she's like Wendy Williams-ish, but because Wendy Williams also has that, I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? So Wendy and Sherri has that, I'm going to tell you like it is. So
they're going to lock her up.
Finally hit her thing of what fits her, suits her best.
So you and Sherri had plenty of time on the road together. I've got two questions. First one, where was your first meeting? Like, how did this friendship get started?
We were both doing, there also was a place called the Rose Tattoo in West Hollywood.
Rose
and it had singers and comics. And so she also gay, but she and I met there. We saw each other's act. We loved each other's acts, and we hung out after that. And that's just how it happened. We call each other, where are you going tonight? And then we'd end up going to the same places. We were like road buddies, basically, in West Hollywood and Hollywood. Anyway, we did all the open mics. You could do like 12 or 14 at the time in the 80s. You could do probably 14 clubs a week if you were really, on it, which we were, on it. And so they're like, hey, there's a 7-Eleven. They're doing comedy in the back. We need comics. So you just go do comedy in the back. So here's a truck. You guys, everybody gather around the truck. Here's a mic. We don't have a light. Do your comedy. So comedy was everywhere in the 80s,
That was the 7 at 11 comedy show.
7 at 11.
Yeah. 7 comics, 11 p.m.
And
or
a hot
a.m.
dog.
And a hot dog. Yeah.
Hilarious 7. No, that's another name.
Yeah.
But that's how we started. And it was like really hitting the road, really doing just nonstop. That's how you become successful, I think.
If she were to come through Vegas, would you go see her?
Of course I would, maybe. But here's the thing. Here, I'll tell you why. Because I've written her like 3 or 4 times on Instagram, never responded, never wrote me back. Maybe she never saw it. I don't believe that. But, once you get to a certain level, then, like, I'm sorry, who are you, darling? Really? Same with Drew Carey. I met Drew Carey and I used to hang out, for another story. But we weren't like best friends. But the second he got really famous and I went for an audition for a show, he didn't even remember me. I'm like, we've hung out. You asked me out on a date, you ding dong, and suddenly you don't remember who I am. Like
robot.
A robot.
No offense, Drew Carey, if you're listening, but
Or robot Drew Carey.
So there you go. Those are my
Drewbot.
I've met things like that, but.
Well, and this is where the power of our viewership here at the Celebrity Encounters podcast may be able to help everybody if you take the time to hop on Instagram and send a message using at Penny Wiggins. Maybe we can connect some lost friends.
Like Drew Carey or Sherri Shepherd.
Yeah.
In particular.
Or Sherri O'Terry, because it sounds like Sherri and Drew Carey. It's Sherri O'Terry. Do you know Sherri O'Terry?
No, I don't.
Well, you could.
Sherri O'Terry, please call us.
That's right. We'll flash that number on the screen now. No, we won't. We don't have a
So,
phone.
Penny, Sherri, she became quite like the name, and I like how you guys knew each other from way back when. Do you know the Comedy Bible, right? Judy Carter's book.
Yeah. I'm in it. One of my lines is in it.
See? Penny's in it, but Judy Carter, so Comedy Bible is like a how to write jokes kind of book, right? And she references people that she has like taught that have gone on. Sherri Shepherd is one of those people. Penny Wiggins is someone who she references. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
But anyway, Sherri Shepherd is one of the ones where she's like, that's her pride and joy,
Yes, I'm sure. We were all like fledglings, like little ducklings walking around going, okay, where's the microphone? So it was also the best of times and the worst of times, huh? That's a good line for a book, right?
Crazy.
Yeah. So, Penny, you mentioned it was the best of times and the worst of times. My second question, hard-hitting questions here. No. I would love to know, out of your road experiences, you and Sherri in the car, you're gigging, do you have, take a minute and see if you have any special moments or anything that was unexpected, funny, or random that happened to you two, like a random adventure that happened at some point in West Hollywood during this time?
No.
Okay. I'll see myself out.
It was such a good question with so much to it.
Hold on, everybody. Are we calling that the time of death for that question? All right.
Nope.
Moment of silence begins now.
Nope. Screw you and your question.
I said moment of silence. Let's mourn this death. Thank you.
No, I mean, it wasn't anything like that, except that we just shared so many of the
drugs,
the downfalls of bombing, the downfalls of killing. We shared so many, and we would go out and eat all the time and bring other comics. And
cool.
Always, there was this guy comic that I was crazy about. And so he would come with us and she goes, okay, talk to him now. So she was always trying to help me with this guy that didn't have any interest in me whatsoever.
Sherri Shepherd was winging for you?
Your wing woman?
He was my wing. That's the adventure. There you go.
That's a great adventure.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. She was my wing woman at the time. And we were really good friends. There was this one coffee place all the comics went to. That's what I'm saying. The best of times, the worst of times. Because the driving around, waiting in line, doing comedy and driving around, bombing, killing, those things were so present. At one place you'd bomb and the next 5 minutes you're freaking killing on stage. So it's like there was you had to be humble because there was no I just killed, bomb me. There are a lot of comics too that we see them go on stage, bombing, that died terrible. And they go, she's like, I just killed. Oh my God, I killed. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I guess that's good confidence to have, right? That you've killed, even when you didn't.
Was she good when you guys would go out and doing the schmoozing? And who is this comic, by the way? Can we say names?
Yeah. Who is this?
Who's this guy? Who was Penny swooning for?
She didn't make it as a comic, I don't think. But she just was just like, oh yeah, I just killed.
Oh, no, not this woman. Pause.
Time out.
Take it back, flip it and reverse it. This the man comic who you were like, ooh.
Yeah, you mentioned
I want a piece of that.
Yeah, she was winging for you. Who is this mystery gentleman?
Well, if I remembered his name, I'd absolutely tell you. But I can't remember his name.
So he's a nobody. But I want to know how Sherri did as a wing woman for you. Was she good at it?
That person was Bill Cosby.
Because she would make me feel better from crying. She would always perk me up and go, don't worry, he's not worth it. And he was this nerdy little guy and that's what he's a nerdy nobody, but he had that kind of comedy that was like, so I went to the store, saw a person, that kind of deadpan comedy. And I just thought he was so funny, but no one else did because he never got anywhere, never booked anything. But anyway, to each his own, right?
That's right.
And that was, I would tell you names if I had names. Let's see. Adorable. Do you want names of people?
No, you're good. That was a beautiful story.
And that was Mystery Encounter here on the Celebrity Encounters podcast. Unsolved mysteries.
That was awesome.
Cool.
Do you remember the first time you met Sherri? The very first? I know you guys obviously worked together. But
where were you? Set the scene. Create a picture for our listeners and viewers because we're doing a video medium.
I would say we were at the Rose Tattoo, which is that one I told you about, the one in West Hollywood. that was very gay, and which we loved, and there were singers, and it was just such a great, so many talented people coming through. And Janeane Garofalo was another one that would come there all the time. I don't know if you know who she is, but
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Every time I ever saw her, she bombed and bit, but her manager was like, she's the greatest thing since sliced peas, He just was like,
sliced peas? Tell me more.
Yeah.
But he believed in her so much that if you had someone believe in you that much, you could bomb whenever and wherever you wanted, and it wouldn't matter, because he just thought she was the cat's meow. And so anyway, but she would come through the Rose Tattoo, all kinds of people. Do you know the show American Idol?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Well, the piano player Michael Orland,
okay.
he was the piano player at the Rose Tattoo. So that's what I'm saying. There were so many people that went through, like crazy how many people did. So anyway, that's where we met. We saw each other. We both fell in love with each other, not in a lesbian way, but we just fell in love with each other as compadres.
Two hard-working female comedians who want to get ish done and are going to do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And wing for each other. Did you wing for Sherri Shepherd at any point?
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, I never did, because she had her own situation with her husband to be. So that was,
right.
Right. She had that going on, and she didn't have crushes on many people either that I knew of.
Okay.
But
also, it sounds like the secret sauce to getting good at comedy is gay bars. Would you agree?
100%.
Top tip. That is a Celebrity Encounters podcast top tip.
Gay bars.
Gay bars.
Find your people.
But how many gay bars in Vegas have comedy? That's something we should start, Hailey.
One.
It is something we should something we should think about doing, because it's, they just love female comics. No offense to male comics, but they love female.
Do you think that Sherri Shepherd's following? Do you think it's all gay guys?
100% initially.
Okay.
Definitely.
Ooh.
But now it's everybody. Everybody follows her.
Yeah. She's a name, dude. She's had quite the career.
Yeah. And
I
know. One of my favorite jokes of hers was that it stuck in my head. I can't remember jokes to save my life, but she was dating this guy, and he's like, oh girl, it was Valentine's Day, and he's like, oh girl, I would have got you flowers, but the light changed.
Like the guys on the side of the road.
That's great.
Maybe I didn't set it up right. Sorry,
I always support them.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing.
Anyway, that's my encounter.
Well, that's a great encounter. And if you at home have your own celebrity encounters, we want to hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll flash the way to do that on the screen, or we'll just put it in the description of this video. You
figure it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We trust you. You can do it.
Thank you, Penny, so much for telling us your stories.
Thank you very much for having me.
Amazing. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Celebrity Encounters podcast. I'm John Rodolini.
I'm Hailey Brooks. Good night.
And good luck.
Thanks for tuning in today. And if you enjoyed our show, please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on all your favorite platforms. We'll see you next week with the next episode of Celebrity Encounter Podcast.